Hi Ashwati, I can see you live. One sec, give me a minute. I hope I'm audible.
Hi.
Hi
Hello.
Ashwati. Yes, give me a
Manish.
minute. One sec, one
Yeah.
sec.
Okay.
We were all waiting for you. A lot of people started texting, where is Ashwati?
Yeah. I was also waiting for you. I just didn't see you live. I was on another phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hi everyone. Thanks for joining today's first session.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you. Thank you. It's like
this,
really an honor. We all like you. We all know you. How your efforts for butterflying art. You always inspire us. So I am really honored. Thank you.
okay, but before we get started, can you please introduce yourself apart from butterflying? What do you do? What's your profession, etc.?
Yeah, I'm from Palakkad, and I'm a biology teacher, a teacher in a CBSE school. I graduated and postgraduated in zoology. Entomology was my specification, and I did a BA too.
Wow, that's nice. So I think let's start with the question and answer session. So the first question
Okay.
is, how did you start butterflying? When did it all start?
It's been now 3 years. After my completion of post graduation and BEd, I had a little time until I got into a project. I started from my home yard itself. We had a little unoccupied plots here around my home. So I used to wander around, take pictures, and try to identify the species. Insects, it was difficult for me to identify, so I focused on butterflies. I came across IFB and some blogs like Singapore butterflies blogs about them.
Yeah,
Then one of my friends, Anoop, he introduced me into the WhatsApp groups of butterflies. So it was becoming a little easy. Then later I bought the guide by Mr. Veland Bakare. It was easy. Then slowly started participating in surveys.
that's nice. But why butterflies? You should have taken other stuffs instead of butterflies. Why mainly you started doing butterflies?
No, as childhood itself, we all learn about the life cycle. It was like amazing from a caterpillar into a pupa into a butterfly. It's long, an amazing transformation. I had already interest as a child. I remember me searching for pupas, but I didn't find any until I started rearing. So interest was there. I just took scientifically like for 3 years.
That's nice. So the next question is, do you remember the first butterfly you sighted?
First butterfly, I
You sighted.
like sighted as a child. It was tiny grass blue.
Wow.
Uh,
Um, the next question is, tell me about your inspirations in the field of butterflying.
Inspirations. We have so many experts like Valapil sir, Balakrishna Valapil, Chandrasekharan sir, Samalan Shetty, Kemkar sir, and so many enthusiasts who try butterflying, who try rearing, study about them. Everyone. Yeah.
Okay. The next question is, what needs to be done to make this field more accessible for women?
Um, it is already accessible to women, I think. Just some mere concerns would be there. Like as a girl, my parents would be concerned when I'm going for 3 4 days into surveys, and they'll be not be able to communicate with me. So there are just little concerns. But when we once they feel like we can do and we'll manage ourselves, it will be okay. And then some may think that as girls we won't be we may feel difficult to reach to adventurous places or less places with less facilities, but if we are comfortable, we are okay, then opportunities are just a matter of time, I think. It is already accessible, but if we are more concerned, we can form little groups, maybe just women or women and men, and we work on it. We should work on it. That's all. Once we establish our
What,
work, it
yeah. So once you came to the butterflying, did you face any challenges when you took up this hobby, or if you have any?
As No, challenges is just, as I said, to venture out into more places. Sometimes it is difficult to go alone. So we have to have a like-minded companies. That's all. Not many challenges.
Okay. Do you have any tips for bringing children inside this and like and study butterflies?
Children are always curious. We just have to sensitize them to all sorts of amazing factors, amazing lives in nature. As a teacher, I am doing that. Once we spread awareness and bring them, they'll come. Yeah, they'll be interested more.
Okay. Who's your favorite butterflying partner?
I have a cousin, Mr. Subhash Pulkil. I always plan and go with him for butterflying.
Okay. Tell me about your works on butterflies. How long have you been doing, and also other works you have been doing into butterflies?
Uh, Wherever I go, wherever I can find a decent activity of butterflies, I usually make a list and keep. Where I wish to do a checklist for my place, Palakkad, and I have been helping the Palakkad local division of forest for making their checklist in a particular place, like Doni waterfalls here, and I have been to a project. I did a project on the biodiversity after the biodiversity assessment of Attapadi after the flood. So I could contribute to in it also, studying diversity of butterflies, birds, and etc. And I wish to do a project on diversity of Palakkad Gap. It is a significant, ecologically significant place here in Palakkad. So yes, it is there.
Yeah, that's nice. And one more question. Do you remember how many butterflies you have seen till date?
Almost 220.
So you've been doing butterflying only in South India, especially the Western Ghats.
Not, I won't say in South India. I've been just restricted to Kerala and Tamil Nadu, some places in Tamil Nadu. Other places I have yet to go.
Okay. So I guess I have come to the end of the session. One last question before we get on to the viewers' questions. I'd like to ask you what next step you would plan to take on contribution to the Butterflying Society.
That's what I said. I want to make a diversity study of the butterflies and host plants in Palakkad Gap specifically, and whatever I can contribute to, I'll do anyway.
Yeah. So that's it. I had only planned for 10 to 11 questions for each speaker. So it was nice talking to you, Ashwati. Let's wait for a couple of more minutes. If viewers have any questions for you, they can ask you.
Okay.
Viewers, if you have any question for Ashwati, she's from Kerala. If you have any questions for her, please feel free to comment. We'll wait for a couple of minutes and she'll answer your questions before we end this live session. We'll see if there are any questions coming up for you.
Sorry? Someone did ask something?
We'll see if there are any questions coming up for you. Anyone who have any questions for Ashwati or Kerala Butterflies, please feel free to ask questions in the comment section. A lot of other speakers are watching your live too.
Some of them are for friends.
Amrita Balan has asked how many species still have documented. I think you answered that, right? 220 something.
Yeah, I have cited 220. I've read about 25, around 25 at least.
Wow. Okay. One more person is asking, how do you attract butterflies in your garden? What plants do you plant?
Some usual wild plants, nectaring plants are there. Usual plants which we have in our garden. Nothing specifically done for attracting. Yeah, some butterflies. Some favorite nectaring plants are there. I don't know what their names in my English. In Malayalam we say Odichutti and Lentana is there. So such plants I planted here.
Yeah. So one more person is asking, tell me about your memorable trip or catch.
Memorable. Every trip is memorable. But I have one favorite memory. Once, when I was just roaming around my home, one of the grey pansies. She was laying eggs. One of that grey pansy came to me and laid one of its eggs on my palm. That was a very memorable memory till date.
So the next question is Tanya is asking, what is your favorite butterfly?
Favorite butterfly is tree nymph, Malabar tree nymph, and then Psyche.
Wow, nice. So next question is by Babu Raj. I surprised to see your answer tiny grass blue as the first butterfly that you saw. Can you share the story of this incident?
Actually, when we were building our home here in this present place, we had I didn't identify then, but we had so many host plants of these tiny grass, like Hygrophila species. I used to when I visited my home during building. I used to see so many of them fluttering here. Then I didn't even know that is a butterfly. I just I learned then, and tiny grass fly I identified later only. That was my first memory and story.
Okay. We'll see if there are any more questions.
Yeah.
Any more questions for Ashwati, guys, for people who are watching this live? I guess there are no more questions. We still have a lot of time, but we'll see. We'll wait for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
So let me ask you another question. What is your dream destination for butterfly?
Dream destination. I want to go every place in Palakkad first, then Kerala, then South India, then Northeast. I actually wish to go and see the butterflies of Northeast this vacation, but lockdown.
Someone is telling Hari Om teacher, maybe your student.
Yeah, Gokul.
So again, Amrita Balan is asking you, as you said, you are working as a teacher.
Yeah,
Do you have any plan to educate your student? Do you
I
educate
am
your
educating my
student?
children.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm educating
Do
my
you motivate your
children.
student with butterfly pattern? Yeah.
Yeah,
Go on, go on.
they better know whatever example I take will be of butterflies. I do.
That's nice.
And children will, whenever they sight a butterfly in their home, also they come and tell me, I had seen this butterfly. My parents asked to show it to you, take a picture. And whenever we see a butterfly, a moth, or a caterpillar, or anything, any insect, children will drag me to it and show me. Oh, children are going on Hariom.
Anyone else? Okay, I guess there are no more questions. Before we end this live, one second. Yeah, thanks for joining, Ashwati. Thank you so much for accepting, to come live with me and be part of this Women in the Field of Butterflying session.
Uh, Thank you, and I'd like to say to everyone out there, every the women who joins today, and everyone that whatever we are taking small steps, it is like as beautiful as a life of butterfly. It is all purposeful steps we are taking. So just keep going, and we can contribute our tiny parts to the conservation. When we conserve a butterfly, we conserve its host plants, we conserve its habitat, and nothing in the environment is not linked. So it all adds up to a greater good. So thank you, Sharon. It's really, as I said, it's really very, very honor to be in your session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.